My name is Eva Cartwright, and today I'll be discussing informed consent in counseling. I found an informed consent form online from Matthew T. Snyder, who is a licensed professional counselor supervisor at Full Circle Wellness in Hendersonville, North Carolina. He has this form titled as Professional Disclosure Statement and Informed Consent. Professional disclosure statements are required by the Standards of Practice of the North Carolina Board of Licensed Professional Counselors, who I'll be referring to as the NCB-LPC. In this informed consent example, Snyder did not include his license number, which is a requirement by the NCB-LPC. However, this informed consent statement is listed as last updated as October 9th, 2014. So this may be something that's changed in the requirements since then and that hasn't been updated on this copy that I found online. It does, however, include information on Snyder's qualifications, such as his degree and areas in which he has specialized, the number of years of counseling experience that he has, and it also lists the contact information for the NCB-LPC, which are all requirements of the NCB-LPC. Section A2C of the ACA Code of Ethics states that counselors should use clear and understandable language. I think that Snyder does a great job of accomplishing this. On the first page, there's a section titled What You Can Expect from Individual Psychotherapy. Here he explains the goals of therapy and techniques that may be used. His language is clear and well written so that all of his clients will be able to understand the message. Snyder lists his fees that are charged for each type of session, whether it's individual psychotherapy or family psychotherapy. This follows the guidelines set by the NCB-LPC. Both the NCB-LPC and the ACA Code of Ethics require counselors to provide clients with information on confidentiality. Clients have the right to confidentiality and must be provided with an explanation of its limits. Snyder does this in his informed consent. He explains that his work with the client is protected by law and ethical codes. However, there are certain instances where he's obligated to release confidentiality. These instances would be if a client reports abuse, neglect, or exploitation of a child, the elderly, or a disabled person, or if he is required by the law. Section A2A of the ACA Code of Ethics states that clients have the freedom to choose whether to enter into or remain in a counseling relationship. Snyder makes this point clear in his summary in the end under consent to treatment, and that's right before the signatures of both the client and the counselor, which is another requirement listed by the NCB-LPC. Overall, I think this example does a great job fulfilling the requirements of informed consent listed in both the ACA Code of Ethics and the requirements listed by the NCB-LPC. The only thing I would change would be to include his license number.